This is Ken, and we're at the Smart Energy Summit. We're with Rod Morris of Opower. Rod, why don't you tell us about Opower?
Sure. So Opower is a customer engagement platform that utilities use to help educate consumers in their homes about their energy use and reach their energy efficiency goals. So we're deployed in 6 different countries around the world. We're with 82 utilities. We help touch 15 million consumers, and we manage the largest data set on consumer behavior and consumer energy use that's out there right now. So it's an exciting place to be.
Well, I imagine it really is this term big data. You guys are really collecting lots of data. Now, you have to take that data and do something with it in terms of analyzing it and presenting it back to the customers. So how exactly do you do that?
So one thing that's important to note is we do all this on behalf of our utility partners. So ultimately all the data is owned by them, but we are a great enabler for them. What we're able to do with our data analytics is run up to 35 billion events per month. We can run a couple thousand calculations per second, and the reason why that's important is because we want to give customers personalized experiences about their energy use on multiple channels, whether it's text messages, emails, on the web, and a piece of paper that goes to their home, such that it feels like everything is connected and they're having a great experience. Now, this is something that you're probably used to getting from your bank or your cable company or your phone company, and utilities are catching up quickly to this expectation of a seamless customer experience. So we're helping them do that, and in the process, we're educating consumers about their energy use, and we're able to prove energy efficiency gains. So in a regulated market, we're also able to help the utility reach an energy efficiency goal, which is a big part of the value we add for utilities as well.
It sounds like from a consumer perspective, what they're seeing though is they're seeing ways that they can reduce their energy, and then they're seeing the results of it.
Absolutely. So we're able to help people see what's happening with their energy use, actions they can take. Then they can look back as time goes on and see if they're doing better or worse. In the case of rates, we're also working with Baltimore Gas and Electric on peak time rebates program so that we can actually help people see the effect of their energy use reduction and whether or not that earned them a rebate. So there's a lot of exciting ways to connect actions with consequences and rewards for consumers and really kind of open up an understanding of energy use that they didn't have before.
Well, and you mentioned it earlier that the average consumer doesn't think a lot about energy.
No, there's a well-known stat out there that the average consumer thinks about energy use around 6 minutes a year, which is pretty unique in terms of, people don't think about energy use that much. It's kind of boring. But what we're able to find with Opower is we can get people to actually start paying attention using some behavioral science tactics. We get people engaged, and actually the average visit to an Opower website, and Opower hosted website content on a utility site is more than 6 minutes, so just with one visit. So it's kind of a sea change in terms of people paying attention to their energy use when they didn't before.
And are you using other techniques, I guess the Facebook of the world, and maybe even gamification techniques to kind of make it fun? Or?
Yeah, I mean it's more than making it fun, which we do with different kinds of rewards and different kinds of behavioral science tactics, is we make it easy to understand and we make it motivating. So we find ways to really simplify people's understanding of their energy use. We have a large user experience team that does nothing but figure out how grandma in her home is going to take a look at our report or our website, understand it, and know that she has something that she can do, and then follow and see what the benefit was of taking that action. There's a lot that goes into this. It's harder to make things simple than it is to just leave them complex. Yeah.
Especially when you have that much data.
Yeah, a tremendous amount of data.
And so from a utility perspective, you're probably providing them something with something they didn't have before, is that right?
That's right. Utilities have tremendous resources, tremendous assets, and huge customer bases. But one thing that we're able to do is really partner with utilities and help them build even deeper customer relationships than they had before. So the majority of people who get on Opower-based programs with their utility feel better about their utility, feel that their utility is trying to help them save energy, help them save money. And that's something that Opower is really well equipped to do. We couldn't do it without our utility partners, so it's a great relationship that we're forging with all those partners.
And one of the things that impressed me looking at your website is it looks like you work with the smallest cooperatives to the largest companies?
Yeah, that's true. We work with a number of small cooperatives in the Midwest and around the country. We also work with very large utilities like Baltimore Gas and Electric, PG&E, National Grid, ComEd, PECO. In Australia, Energy Australia would be another example. As I mentioned, we're in a number of different countries around the world. So we love the challenges of the small utilities and the big utilities. And the thing that's interesting is what it takes to get somebody's attention really doesn't vary that much from market to market or utility to utility. Deep down, we're all pretty much the same when it comes to how we think about energy. The way we react when we get the information is a little bit different from segment to segment, but what it takes to get us engaged in the beginning, it's about the same from market to market.
But I imagine there must be some segmentation because the people who spend a lot on energy every month are much more sensitive, I would imagine.
Absolutely. I mean, there's segmentation around energy use that's meaningful. There's segmentation around different psychographics that can end up being meaningful. And what you see is that there are different levels of movement in terms of how much energy gets saved. Although, from demographic to demographic, the energy savings tend to stay about the same. The way that people feel about the utility differs from segment to segment, and we're able to really take a look at these programs and really adjust them based upon what kind of outcomes the utility wants to get with their consumer base.
I guess it's this idea of mass customization, but in the electrical market.
Yeah, that's right. And I think utilities are catching up to other industries, and we're happy to be part of that evolution.
Well, Rod, I appreciate your time.
All right, thanks so much.